All right, man. Welcome to the 290 Mo podcast. I appreciate your time. If you could, introduce yourself to my viewers and listeners.
Absolutely. It's your boy MegaStar, CEO of Loud Money Music Group, the most active independent label in the city of Chicago.
Okay. I definitely, I know your work, man. I know you out here working, but I want to kind of start at the beginning for a little bit, man, because you kind of in the iconic legendary status, man. I know a lot of people
Appreciate
want to
that.
know, you know what I'm saying, how you get here. So, if you don't mind, where you from, man? Where you grew up, man?
Oh man, born and raised in Chicago. Born and started out on the east side, man, the Jeffrey Manor. You know what I'm saying? 1973. Moved to Inglewood in '84. So I'm telling all the 290 Mo viewers the age. You know what I'm saying? OG been doing it for a minute, but yeah, east side, 1973, Jeffrey Manor. Moved to Inglewood in '84. Graduated from Inglewood in '91. You know what I'm saying? So that's the neighborhood.
And Inglewood pretty famous these days. How was it growing up back
Absolutely.
then?
Wow, it's crazy because back then, man, I mean, the game banging was really bad too. And where I lived on 67th and Morgan, walking to Inglewood, I got to walk through Robeson and Inglewood territory to get to school. And all the in between. So, at that time, it was it's sad to say, man, but it was horrible.
Yeah. And how was your, you know what I'm saying, your direct, your home life, you know what I'm saying? Was
Oh,
it?
the home life was cool, man. I didn't come from no crazy family, man. Everybody know I'm the OG, the trap guy, man. But I came from a family where, I'm the kid that had to do chores and clean up before I got fresh gear and mics and all of that. And my welfare friends, they used to just be fresh for no reason. But I didn't understand my parents was teaching me values and principles and to work for it. I just wanted it. You know what I'm saying? And that pretty much led to everything else.
Okay. So today in the present day, man, you wear a lot of hats, man. But at that time growing up, man, what was your aspirations, man? What was you like when I grow up? I'm gonna be. When they said you can be anything you want to be, what you want to be?
Wow, bro. You know what? Really when I was coming up, and I actually thought that I would probably follow my uncles and go to the military.
Oh yeah, that's what you wanted to do, or you just felt like
No,
it
I
was
just
like
thought because
family?
that was around, because that's what everybody was doing, going to the military. I thought that's what I was going to do until when I started experiencing high school and just seeing, other things and started being in the streets and stuff, man. That pretty much, you
Mm-hmm.
know, left the thought pattern at that point. But I always uh, looked at like to do something like in the office, around the office, man. I'm an administrator.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when I was working, I always had a shirt and tie type job.
Okay. That's what's up, man. So like I said, man, your name is all around the city, man. A lot of people know you. I was in a room with um uh, the director Billy Ray.
Billy Ray,
Billy Ray.
yes, my man.
And
We
he
go
was, he
back.
was telling me you
Yeah,
do like know you back from music like back in the day. So
yeah. He produced See, now this is before social media.
mm-hmm,
Now Billy Ray always been in the music, but at that time he was going by the name of Black Daddy Magic.
mm-hmm,
He was Black Daddy. He was Magic. Dope artist and producer himself. But myself and my homie I Rock, man, he rest in peace. We was doing our thing, man, doing our rap thing at that time, trying to come up. But just to make a long story short, Magic produced a song for us, like the first song that gave us what we have social media buzz.
mm-hmm,
That's what we had in the street at that time.
mm-hmm,
When he produced that record for us,
mm-hmm,
and we come from the house music era, so we was always dancing and things of that nature. So the music we did at that time was around dance, not under the MC Hammer Act, but those elements. You know what I'm saying? And we was doing that. We was ahead of our time with that.
mm-hmm,
But at that time too, gangster rap was making its way in, pushing all the fun rap out, kid and play type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Pushing that all out. So and by us being in the streets and living that life, it just got to a point where it's like, you know what? Let's start rapping about what we do. It's everybody talking about real. Back then, it's who's real, keeping it real. So at that time, we thought if we transition to that, we have to be living what we talking about.
okay. So when you made that transition, what was the goal? Was it to get a deal? Was it to blow? Was you just enjoying making music? What was the mission once you made that decision to go that route?
Okay, well at that time, we was doing it for the love of the music. you know. But as we was leveling up and getting in position and winning, you know, bigger talent shows and being around important people that can level you up, we seen that it was something else. Because, you know, I came up under guys like Mike Dunn, Fast Eddie, Tyree Cooper, like the fathers of house music. You know, I sat in the studio while these guys created a lot of music from back then that we still dance to today. And when they created hip house, that's where we originally started rapping over house music. But again, that was at a time where gangster rap was making its way in, you know, but it had a good run. And people don't know Fast Eddie was like the first rapper from Chicago to go to Rap City.
Oh yeah,
Washington, D.C., Howard University with Chris Thomas, the first host of Rap City. That's how far we go back, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, like real talk.
So with you doing music, how far did you end up taking it at that point? And was it a break in between with the music to this point, or was you?
Well, actually, coming up, I started to develop my own team, you know. But going back a little bit further, when I was with Magic and Billy Ray, we had a label. It was first Clinch Records, then there was what was it? It was Clinch Records, you know, Bebe Records, Clinch Records. Then it transitioned to MOB Records, which is the home of the Cha Cha Slide. And we had got a deal from Universal, and you know, but again, living that other life, people started catching cases, stuff started happening, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of those opportunities got snatched away from us because of the life that we was living, you know what I'm saying? But Billy Ray had a chance to tour and do a lot of things. I had a chance to tour. Before the Universal deal, we was just grinding. But I had caught a case, ended up getting popped with a quarter brick, man. They gave me 18 years, bro. 2 years less than the minimum for first degree murder. That fucked up my deal then.
Damn. Was it a lucrative deal? Was you happy with it? Was you like, this is the first of many?
It was a label deal. And everybody had a turn. You know what I'm saying? And my turn was coming.
Okay.
But due to me catching the case and all of that stuff, and then the feds hit, everything just crumbled, man.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, how did your case? How did they get up with you? Was it you had informants on the case or Cody?
No, actually, man, I was on my way to drop it off. You know what I'm saying? And the blue and whites got behind me because of my tinted windows. I didn't have no stash spot. Pistol in the car, weed lit, sounds banging, no stash spot, quarter thing right here. So I'm like, damn. I gave them a little light high-speed chase, ended up getting out running. They chased me down, bro. I kept the cocaine with me as long as I humanly possibly could. You know what I'm saying? At a point I had to get rid of it. They was on me. And shit, they jammed me up, bro. They got me.
So when you had to sit down, what was your mind state like? I know it affect a lot of people differently. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is this: when I left, I already had a body of music out, and the guys who was a part of the team, man, they like kept my name relevant throughout the whole time I was gone. You know, so shout out to We Rise Entertainment. They kept my name just going and going and going, and everybody who I was doing music with when I left, everybody leveled up. So, you know, when I came home, I left January 01. I came home July 09. January 2010 was my first concert with Twista and Travis Porter. Thanks to Shondell. Salute to Shondell.
Oh, yeah.
It was like I never left, bro.
Was you anticipating that type of love when you came back from just, you know what I'm saying? Because, you always
because I had to reinvent myself, man, because I wasn't rapping the same. I really wasn't the trap rapper that I became before I left. You know what I'm saying?
Was it strictly like that house style? Like, what was your subject matter before that?
It was like New York, man. After the house music, we transitioned to really spitting. You know, New York was what Atlanta is to us now. New York was there for us.
Yeah.
So now I'm starting to listen into the we're gonna jump to the West Coast, outside NWAs, but New York, you know, Nas. Go back a little bit further. LL Cool J, Run DMC, Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane. Those guys, the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Then when the 90s hit, you had a new wave of rappers coming out. Then the Southern rap starting to hit. You know what I'm saying? So from the Midwest, you know, we seeing the guys that's making it from the city, but you know, I gravitated to the New York style. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's why I ain't gonna fly. I heard a
East
song
Coast
from you, and I got like 50 Cent, like Hustle Ambition vibes. You know what I'm saying? Just
yeah,
like
yeah. I stay in my lane, man. You know what I'm saying? And since I learned how to monetize and I make trap music, and the trap audience is large globally, you know, and I'm blessed and fortunate enough where I could drop a project and I can do, you know what I'm saying, numbers like a guy that signed.
so after coming home, how did you know what I'm saying? I know you mentioned, you know what I'm saying, you had homies that elevated while you was gone, but it's
Bro,
also a learning stage, you know what I'm saying? Like how did you learn the game? Like I know it was different, a lot
no,
of social
I
media
educated
different.
myself inside because I
Okay.
was in jail watching my TV and a McDonald's commercial came on. And the cha-cha slide was playing in the background. So I'm like, man, it's a check going somewhere. You know, it's McDonald's. This is, you know what I'm saying? But at that time, we didn't know that the song, you know what I'm saying, had did what it did. And, you know, Casper, you know what I'm saying, blew up. The song blew up. He's, you know, touring, doing shows at Oprah, you know, all that stuff. I'm watching all this from jail, bro. So I'm like, man. And I was also in jail when Lil Wayne and Birdman, the whole Cash Money, when Universal gave him that $100 million, you know, they did that episode at the Regal Theater in Chicago,
Oh yeah.
79. I'm watching this from my jail. They like these boys, and I'm listening to the music, right? Getting all the tapes, all the latest stuff. I was, you know, I was blessed and fortunate enough in jail. I wasn't popped. You know, I had my headphones, I had my music. So I got all the latest stuff that's out. I'm listening to these cats, you know, spitting all this stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, they talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and go with it full throttle. So I changed the name. I said I gotta have a name, man. He calling himself Bird, man. That should have been my name. I'm hating on that. You know what I'm saying? Should have been my name. And I said, you know, they always been Mega. So I just, you know, added the star, man. And I knew if somebody said MegaStar. MegaStar is like larger than life. So like, who is that? What? So I knew the name would have a gravitation to me as well. And then I just started writing about my life, everything I did up until I got caught. All the weight that I moved and all, I strategically put it in music. You know what I'm saying? And people that knew me or come from where I come from, nobody that does this, or somebody that's quote unquote stamped, nobody would challenge what I say in my music. When I talk about that or what I'm attached to
Okay.
my back.
Okay, so when you came home, was you on artist mode or Birdman mode? Was you
I was in artist mode.
Okay.
I was in artist mode, but I knew I was going to be the CEO of you know what I started before I left. You know, so it's just me just putting together a team of people that's ready to work and build. Because I had already educated myself, you know, in jail on how to properly, you know, artist management, you know, producing music,
Now,
releasing
how did you
music.
get that information though? Because I
I
understand the
took
part
business
that's on
management, man.
TV.
I took business management in school,
They
and then I
had-
just started having my family people send me books.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, send me the books and things
What
I need
joint you was
inside
at?
the joint. I did 6 straight in Lincoln. It's Logan. Logan. It's before it was a co-ed joint. Then they made it all male. It's back women's now, but I was there. Then they sent me to Thompson. Then I paroled from Galesburg.
Okay. I don't know none. I just know the ones my homies at.
Man, I
You
know
what I'm saying?
Galesburg. Goddamn it, that's you talking about 23-1. Hey, Stateville is the worst out of it all. I don't wish that on nobody.
Yeah.
What?
So when you come home, you got all this knowledge, man. You got all this game. You gotta have, you know what I'm
Jump back
saying.
down, bro.
You gotta
I jumped
be
back down.
Okay.
With the pounds and the work. I jumped back down. I did. I
And
jumped back down, but I only did it for a short while.
is
Somebody
that
gave me an
easy?
opportunity.
You know what I'm saying? Cause
Man, I was home in home week. My man come through, drop me off 10 pounds.
I'm talking about. I understand that part. I'm talking about. Is it easy to just put it down? You know what I'm saying? Like I just ran up 100. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm finna put it down. Put 50 in the music. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
try to live off this other 50 and hope it works.
No. It's hard, but I knew if I get popped with any type of narcotics, they was gonna bury me, bro. And somebody gave me an opportunity to sell cars, and I started selling cars. And bro, I think it wasn't like 6 months. I did like 50, 60,000 selling cars. I was good at it.
What kind of car salesman was you, man?
I was cold.
Was you honest? Was you getting them limits off the lot, man?
I'm
Was
keep it real.
you-
Now, see, you got to understand this, and people don't know this. I am certified with Chevy, Toyota, Hyundai, and who else I worked for? Chevy, Toyota, Honda, and it's one more.
On the mechanic side?
No, salesman.
Just
You got to
okay.
go to, you got to get certified.
You gotta
to
know
work for a
everything about the
franchise.
cars and shit.
Not Mike's car lot on the
Right.
corner, nigga. I'm talking about the franchise.
Okay.
You got to put when you're in uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I thought I was going to be in the car business, bro, because I was good at selling. Because I'm like, when I was on the street, if I could sell coke, I know I can sell cars. And they let me in at a time where if you got the background, they weren't messing with you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So I did get trained working on the sleazy lot. You know what I'm saying? Learning the game. Then I say, wait, let me take my talents, to a franchise.
Yeah, that's why I met somebody else who sold cars. And I just like to ask people because I don't work on cars, but I work on my car, and I'll be like, it's easy for a mechanic or a salesman. They'll tell you or sell you anything, man.
No, the thing is this: you have to know your product. If you own a lot and I work for you, I know the type of cars you selling.
Mm-hmm.
I know what what work the cars need on, and how long. If you take it off the lot today, how long it'll take before it go out.
Mm-hmm.
I sold those cars.
Mm-hmm.
I got tired of doing that to people, bro.
Okay.
I did. I got tired of doing that to people, man. So I said, let me work for the franchise. Then I worked for Hyundai. Then I transitioned over to Chevy, and then I transitioned over to Toyota.
Okay.
And you got to go through a shitload of tests to get certified, bro. It's not easy. It's like college all over again.
Yeah. Was that something you enjoyed though, or you was like, it's just a
because I thought that's
bag?
what I was going to do, and I wanted the game. I wanted the knowledge.
Okay.
I wanted the game because I wanted to get to the point where I could have been in financing. That's where the money at.
Okay. So did you run it up with the cars and then put it into the music and into the label, or did you hang up the cars and start the label? How did that transition happen?
Well, someone who was part of my team, part of Loud Money, he was really good at finding sponsors and investors. And he had an investor, the gentleman by the name of Greg Wolf. Salute to Greg, because that's how, that's what started the journey to Loud Money Music Group, being legit in a label and doing everything, And through Greg Wolf, he showed me what it takes to make it. And everything was riding on 30 and 40-year-old rappers. He gave 30 and 40-year-old rappers a chance. Now, my guy who had the relationship with him, when I came into the fold and they seen what I was doing and how we meshed and all of that, okay, Mega, he talented, he doing this, he doing this. Okay, if the Mexican blow, I got a budget for you. You know what I'm saying? We did Young Thug, we did Migos. I'm talking 2015, 2014. We did the Southwest by Southwesters. You know what I'm saying? We did, opened up for some of the biggest names. I mean, even back then, the Project Pets, the Kurt Cobains, we was really on that circuit. Our song Flea did 16 weeks on the radio. Shout out to DJ Nafis. He was, behind pushing that, as well. But people get to that level and don't know how to handle that pressure, and people sabotage when you bring other people into your moment.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And just to make a long story short, again, it got to the point where the investor was like, hey, I can't do this no more due to the tactics that Buddy was doing for whatever reason. So I don't know how to market a 40-year-old rapper. But why don't you be Jay-Z? Why don't you be Gucci? We're going to make a lot of money legit, and you be, you know what I'm saying? And he gave me the game on all that. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. But yeah, we shut down, man. The video fleet, it's on World Star. I had the Lamborghinis. I'm driving Ferraris in the video.
Okay.
Got the real Playboy Bunny models in the video.
Okay.
I had my run, and I seen the money that it really takes to do this, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what?
I mean, it's a real story, bro, because I'm jumping in between a lot of shit, but it's a real story.
Yeah. So what? Where did Loud Money come from? Like the name, the concept. What does it mean? What was you?
Well, I created it in jail. They was hollering Young Money. You know what I'm saying? Then the weed on the street now was Loud. It ain't Reggie no more. And you know what I'm saying? And I had the flavors before it was popular. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a thought in jail. But when I came down, I actually had the Loud, and nobody else was hollering Loud Money. Then I adapted that because it was Clouded Minds Entertainment, CME. Clouded Minds. That was my brand before I went to jail.
Okay. Was it a total brand and team shift? Like you brought the same team with you, or was it a new team?
No, it was a new team. It was a new team, and the gentleman, I ain't gonna say his name, but goof ass nigga. But anyway, the Latin, he was my partner at that time, and through him and meeting a female promoter, Debbie Morales. She goes by the name of Latina Heat. She introduced me to the hip hop Latino community, and that's how I got in with the, you know what I'm saying, with the Latin artists and stuff. And then, you know, that led to more business because, you know, all of them got
Yeah.
all of them was a plug, you
That's-
know what I'm saying? So then, Mega came out of retirement again.
Yeah, for sure. That's the Latin artist too. It's kind of like if you get you a fat Latin artist, that's a different bag too, because that's an international bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a
Man, my
different
closest
bag.
business partners right now are Latin, Mexican and Puerto Rican, bro. I'm surprised I can't speak the language.
Oh yeah, man, I can't do no other languages. Man.
Right.
It's so when you put Loud Money together, how do you go about, you know what I'm saying, building a team? Because one thing, you know what I'm saying, that I know you know for sure, you know what I'm saying, everybody ain't who they say they is. Everybody ain't 100.
Tell you something,
know
bro.
what I'm saying? So how do you come on?
Let me tell you something, bro. I had to kick this off by myself, bro.
For sure.
I was, even though, I'm moving and grooving, I got bread, so I'm paying people to do marketing stuff for me. My wife took the time out to learn everything, bro. You ain't got to play graphic designers no more. I'm doing it. All the flyers you see today that I put up, that's wifey. The websites, that's wifey. You know what I'm saying?
Keep everything in
Contracts,
house.
putting together property and getting them to the lawyers, that's wifey. You know what I'm saying? So as I started growing, and then I added the printing business, you know what I'm saying, bought all that and started doing the printing. You know, I just started incorporating people who knew the business, like people that attached themselves to me. I'm just missed the opportunity. Like we could meet right now, let's just say, and this is real spit, especially back when I had work. We just met today. Can you do it? You say, yeah, I'm going to give you whatever. You got the perfect chance to, this nigga just gave me this, fuck this nigga. That was me. Oh, you can do it? Show me. You know, not no interviews, not no call me back, let me see if I trust. I just gave him the opportunity. And that was one of my weaknesses because I'm a victim of my own love.
That's what I wanted to know. Like, did all them situations go good? Did everybody bring the money back? Did ain't nobody run off with it? How do you deal with what them situations look like? You know,
man,
you bring somebody on and
yeah, it get handled the way it's supposed to get handled. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this, bro. When I do business with people, it be genuine. It don't be no gangster shit, no tough guy shit. I give you opportunities. We do business. So somebody takes something from me, and then they run. You know, the streets gonna do what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a right and wrong factor. You know, you're a victim of your own circumstances because we're not trying to put negative energy out in the business, out in the universe.
Right.
I'm not doing business with you to fall out with you or to try to figure out some way to try to backdoor you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people just don't be ready for that type of business. They wear that mask.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why fake never wins at nothing. That's why a lot of people stay in their own lane. They can't jump around and do other shit because their fakeness will be exposed. You know what I'm saying? And that's real spit right there.
And I'm glad you said that too, because just in this industry alone, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of people who wear masks, you know what I'm saying. They one way this time and one way another time, and it's kind of bad for business too, you know what I'm saying, cause you're not who you say you is, you know what I'm saying. How can I trust you? How can I do business with you?
Well, you know what? But we're in a city where fake don't win at nothing. You see all the silver in my beard? You know what I'm saying? When I talk about my connection with BDs, or if I'm talking about moving work, ain't a nigga out here that could challenge not one. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, Allah is still blessing me, and I can talk about my endeavors because all those endeavors went beautiful. I went to the joint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I got the resume where I could talk my shit just like a Rick Ross, which we know he ain't sold all that cocaine. I live my shit. You know, I could talk like a Jay-Z. I could talk like a Gucci or a Yo Gotti because I lived it and survived it. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever you writing, a large percent of your rhymes are creative writing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
saying? And that's crazy that you say that. I just want to get your thoughts on this real quick.
Yeah.
With Young Thug going through the situation he going through. Do you ever, like, when you ever create music, to be like, let me take that out, let me reword that? Do we walk the bop, or do you
absolutely, absolutely? Because our pride and ego and nigga, you know what I'm saying? Or you trying to make a point to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but nothing in my music or nothing ever came for me or anybody in my core circle. Nobody went to jail from nothing I said or anybody around me said. Nobody got backdoored or jammed up, none of that shit. We didn't play that. We come from different principles. We had structure back when I was, in the field like that for real. You know, today, if a lot of the gangsters and the you know what I'm saying, the Moes, Vice Lord, the guys that had when we had the structure back in the '80s, if we threw a session today, most of them niggas will show up looking like girls. Real talk. It's fucked up. But that's what it is. It'd be sad to our OGs who went to jail, got fucked up for this, and paved the way, and we took this on, and we doing it the way that it was written for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not making our own rules.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep the doctrine, man. That's why it was made. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And with you just being one of the OGs now, another thing you do, you wear a lot of hats, but one of the things that's like on the front line is the Loud Money. Is it management?
Rise for Life Management.
Rise for Life Management.
Respected individuals successfully eating.
And I see some heavy hitters on there, man. I just want to know, how do you make, you know what I'm saying, how did you make new connections? You know what I'm saying? I know you came home, you knew people who elevated, but now I see you linked with like you just said, Rich the Kid, you know what I'm saying, certain things. How do you make new connections? You know what I'm saying?
Going out of town, man. I went out of town, and it all started me going with Atlanta and going out of town, doing shows with my man Miguel from Put the City On back when I was, you know what I'm saying, making my transition back in the game. Doing shows with Pony, Fly Life Entertainment, you know, people that had the bag and the connections that was already shaking. You gotta network. You know what I'm saying? I always had my own bag. You know what I'm saying? So I can move like above average. You know what I'm saying? That, you know.
Okay, and like I said, you had some heavy hitters on there, man. So what are you guys offering? You know what I'm saying, that other management groups may not be offering, or
in my management packet, I give every artist the manager's obligation and the artist's obligation. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of guys out here that call themselves managers, and I know they're not giving artists the proper information. They just want to say, I'll do it for you, and this is the percentage. You know what I'm saying? Artists have to do their homework. You know what I'm saying? A manager has to have connections to level you up, put you in the right direction, show you where to spend your money, have opportunities, create paid opportunities for you. You know what I'm saying? But the artists have to have the budget. This game is about who you know and what you can pay for. Because it ain't long to figure it out, especially in this game. It's 2023, man. The same people you see on Facebook complaining 5 years ago, they're still claiming today. You ain't got no connection yet? You ain't went nowhere yet? You didn't invest and put yourself in a situation to meet the people that you know that can, you know, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to do business the right way, educate yourself, and I encourage independent artists, learn how to monetize yourself. Remain 100%, you know, use your own money to fund everything.
Okay, so when you managing an artist, is it? I'm assuming it's not free. So
no, it's not free at all.
How much for artists that may be watching and listening? How much should they be ready or be willing to invest? You know what I'm saying, to invest in themselves, like annually, like yearly.
Okay. If an artist is gonna drop a single, like realistically, you have to have at least a minimum of $5,000. Now that $5,000 has nothing to do with what you pay your manager, because the manager can work it out where you pay me monthly. Now what I do, you pay me monthly. I open up all my tours for you, and you do business through me through my marketing. I do all the marketing for you, and I do 6-month contracts or 18-month contracts. I don't lock nobody into long-term contracts because it don't take long to figure it out. And so what I do, I find out what you're missing, and I get you straight business-wise. Because in this game, you got to go from A to Z. You can't go A, B, C, then jump to S, then come back to D. You have to be registered properly. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. You have to have your press kit ready so you can continue to add to it when you do, you know, every time you level up, because that's what leads to more bookings. You have to record quality music with quality content. You just can't go in and just do it just because. You know, you have to make a song popular, man. You got to come up with a song that's going to impact the city. And then once it impacts the city, hopefully it can impact the globe. But so much money have to go into that one single to making it popular. That's why independent artists can't compete with mainstream artists. See, today is different because of internet radio. But back when the labels was paying these artists all this money and they getting this corporate money, this corporate money goes to the radio stations. You got to play Jay-Z 8 times, 4 times an hour. Those disc jockeys that we know and love and we jam when they play music, they can't play what they want to play.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So independent artists can't compete with that. That's why back in the day when you go in GCI and you set a meeting up with the program director and you want to get on between 3 and 5 when people getting off work. Oh, okay, well, the starting package is $8,500. You know what I'm saying? Because look how many people they reach. Look what's going on. You know, but that's the nature of the business. You know, and people that don't know the business, oh, scam this, they charge the. That's the nature of the business. You got to pay to play or have the right connection.
All right. Cause even the biggest artists, you know, even the big ones that's independent, I know they put buku dollars behind the single, behind the song. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. They doing the same thing. Only difference is they're in a different tax bracket now.
And I had seen something the other day. I was just scrolling on social media and I saw like Royal Star. They wanted $1,000 to put a song on there. And I was talking to a recorder and I was like, how much you willing to put in a song you believe in? You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
But those the routes you gotta take.
Yeah, that's what I said. You just can't post something and expect.
For everybody, because once you put it on World Star, you're not guaranteed a million views. But the opportunity is definitely there.
You just gotta be willing to invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't investing in yourself, I'm not gonna put my money in you and you ain't putting no money in yourself.
And that's it. And a lot of artists just think raw talent alone do it. And they don't. You gotta have a plan and you gotta have a budget for that song.
Right, for sure. And speaking of talent, I noticed on the roster it's a variety of talent. You know what I'm saying? You got young, you got older, you got legends, you know what I'm saying? Can anybody come to y'all with a bag and get on the team, or do y'all, you know what I'm saying, have to be a mutual respect for them? Or
we can discuss a partnership, but I'd rather you have your own bag, because once you take money from a sponsor, an investor, the game is designed for us to take 10 times more than what we gave, because you're not viral. There's no consistency on the radio. Streaming money is slow. Raw talent, but can we fill up a room can we fill a room with a capacity of 500 right now with you? And that's just minimum. And that's just starting out. You know what I'm saying? That's why the connections are so important. So if you're a rapper 290 Moe, we ready to debut your album, I know I can grab a GCI personality. I can grab a Power 92 personality. You know what I'm saying? I'm internet radio on 3 different networks with you under the umbrella. We know how to bring media, and we know how to promote and bring other artists to buy into it, because they want that same opportunity too. You know what I'm saying? You got to really put in the legwork, and you got to make the proper investment, and you got to get the right people in the room. You got to, because people not doing favors no more, man. Everybody say, like, yeah, I got you, tell me to do. Yeah. But when it really comes down to it, bro, you got to be prepared to get certain people in the room.
Okay. Are these contracts avoidable? Are they? Do you?
I give you a 90 day. I let anybody opt out.
Okay. I'm talking about on your end. If you feel like it's a waste of time or anything like that, or
no, if an artist is investing, it's my job to bring it to life.
Okay.
Because I'm showing artists, where to put the money. You paying me monthly, I'm not gonna tell you something is $1,000 and it's $300. I'm pointing you in the right direction, because I'm holding your hand through the whole process. Because once you get there, what motherfuckers gonna say? How you get there? Who the fuck you gonna say? MegaStar. You know what I'm saying? And it's repeat, and it's repeat, and it's repeat. I got artists, man, from all over getting promo and marketing from me, man. And I be like, damn, people in my city, they know what I do. And the ones that do business with me, you know what I'm saying, everything is beautiful. But for the ones who letting the evil whisper, or, because of what somebody said or what they perceive, pay attention to those people. They always going to be stuck in the same spot.
For sure.
They're not going to advance. Anybody that attach themselves to me win.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Before pen and paper, it was hammer and chisel, Mo.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was hammer and chisel, man. Real talk.
So man, you wear a lot of hats, man. You do a lot of things, man.
Yeah.
From the music to the label to print shop. Print shop. What's your passion, man? What do you
just
love
business,
to do?
Man. Just anything that any business that I can attach to hip hop, that can attach to building a label or building a brand. Everybody needs printing.
For sure.
I could stop all this music and just lock in politicians get a council politician.
Is it posters or what kind of prints?
Oh, we do everything. You thinking we print it?
T-shirts?
We can wrap vehicles, T-shirts, hoodies, business cards, flyers. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Anything got to do with printing. 5834 West Grand, custom print. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right on the corner.
I'm gonna have to get up with you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get you together, man.
Let's pay the arm and the leg for them shirts, man.
Man, these here?
Yeah.
I'll get you together, man. I'll get you together, bro.
I think I paid damn near $200 for like 25 of them.
Yeah. Let's see, it's another Gilded brand.
But yeah, man. So that I asked you that, man. Like what you had the most passion for? Because I want to know like what's your goal at the end of the day.
I like closing deals. I'm a closer, man. You know what I'm saying? I like creating opportunities, above average opportunities that people can't get. Look, bro, June 9th, okay? June 9th, I'm doing a Jadakiss feature giveaway. April 22nd, I'm doing an all-female showcase. The female that makes the most impact gonna get a feature from Bryson Tiller. That's the type of shit I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Where do you get that from? You know what I'm saying? That like that mindset and that heart from? Because a lot of people be like, that's a Jadakiss feature. I'm just finna get on that. You know what I'm saying? So how do you get like, I'm just finna put this on, I'm finna get this out? Like what's to that?
My relationship, my industry relationships now, man.
What I'm saying, but why you just don't be like, I'm gonna get on the track with Jada? You know what I'm saying? Instead
I'm 50, man. You know what? Even though I learned how to pay myself in this game, and I know I could take these opportunities, and I know I could, you know, it's like this here, man. I'm for the young bulls. I could take these opportunities and jump on them and create a streaming revenue, but I feel like I'm taking from, you know, the kids that I'm trying to guide. You know what I'm saying? Because I could just give them that feature. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have the budget or the plan for it, we can't move forward, because if I put the money behind it, I own it. Now I'm Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that.
I mean, business is business, man.
Yeah. But I'm teaching you to be 100%. I'm not even signing artists no more. I'm signing you to an artist development deal, drop a single in the process, and teach you how to monetize. So what I do for you, you can take that game, and when you become the CEO, you'll be able to teach the next person, and now you got something that's gonna pay you as long as you sitting in that seat.
Like, it's damn near like free game, free opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You investing in yourself already.
Bro, I never thought I was gonna be in radio, bro. It's a blessing to be a program.
Yeah, that's
in a high seat,
man,
not just a seat.
That's what we gotta jump
not
through.
1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours every day. You
I
know
I was
that
forgetting something, and it's a morning show. I know I was missing something, man. So let's get into this radio real quick, and I'll let you get up out of here, man. So,
it's all love. I've enjoyed this, man. I appreciate it. I wasn't even expecting all of this.
Gratitude, man. Gratitude. So radio, man. It's a lot of hats, man. So, how you get into radio, man?
Oh man, you know, I was doing a lot of podcasting, you know, getting interviewed. But my man Magic, one of my business partners, he had Hood Radio. Hood Radio been around since '99, founded by him and our other partner. May he rest in peace, man. And I always had my feet wet then, just getting on live, just talking shit on live, and just, you know, doing what the radio people do, but never was taking it serious to be in that seat.
All right.
But as I'm doing bigger things with the label, I seen how important that was. And I was working with Shabliz and Liv, Maria Chicago, and she said, hey, you should start a podcast. And I'm like, yeah. And I called it Boss Talk, called my boss shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm the skinny Rick Ross in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Man, yeah, Boss Talk. How we do Boss Talk. And Shabliz blessed me with the opportunity and gave me the show.
How long has Boss Talk been going on?
Well, it's coming up. My year anniversary is coming up for it to be on FMP.
Okay.
I think 3 years in total.
Okay. That's just crazy how you came up with that idea. It seemed like a lot of ideas you come up with, they work. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting, like, I started off with this, but I switched to this.
I learned so much being around that investor. I mean, we was traveling. We on planes, bro. We in Cleveland. We did Project Pat in Cleveland. The man gave everybody their own house. He rented everybody their own house. You know what I'm saying? That's the circle I was under. So I'm seeing what they doing and how business being taken care of from that level. So a guy that's working a 9 to 5, you can't compete with that. You can't. It takes a lot. and you have to know people. I seen that the nobodies walking rooms just off a handshake because who that person was, and I knew networking is very, 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 very important. It's better than the bag, but you gotta have you gotta have some money, man.
Okay.
You do. You gotta have some money.
When you started the podcast, was it just you? Did you have a synopsis for the podcast, or you
Well,
like?
no,
You just
I handpicked my team. I handpicked my team, and we went in. And my thing was when I do a podcast, I didn't want to be Larry King. I just want to be on a show by myself. I wanted people that bring different elements because I don't know nothing.
Right.
So I'm trying to pick people who doing shit, who can keep a conversation, who can talk about certain things. I got a person there to produce and run the boards for me, you know what I'm saying? While I sit back, talk my shit, but I'm still learning. You know, so I was strategic. So, and I know my name is on it, I'm attaching people to it because whether if they're there or not, I got to be there.
All right.
But when people trying to come up and people, see opportunity, they gravitate to opportunity. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had the opportunity, and luckily the people that was around me was prepared for that opportunity. Okay. So that allowed me to learn why everybody feel other voids.
How did it go starting out? Was it any bumpy roads? Was it any learning processes? What?
Well, yeah, and
about getting in the podcast.
Yeah, and plus I was getting the game from the My Radio Chicago,
so.
Radio personalities. You know what I'm saying? And listening to shows and watching them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because coming up with topics and playing music, that's the easy part. But keeping somebody's attention and get somebody to tune in to you and buy into what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a focus and you have to be, you got to stay in their face.
Okay. I got to ask you this, man.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, Chicago, we had a couple award shows going on, you know what I'm saying? I was expected to see you there. I didn't notice you there. What's your views on the award shows? What's your thoughts on that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, I couldn't be there because before they came up with the date, I was booked to do Atlanta.
Okay, so you was out of town.
Yeah, to do the Polo G, Trippie Redd, Glorilla slide giveaway, and then the Bonfire Atlanta that next day, which is one of the biggest underground stages in Atlanta.
Glorilla, Polo, and Trippie Redd?
Yeah.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah. And the other matter of fact, shout out to the artist, man. A Memphis artist won. You know, we were just at Avion Studios the other night, and they was doing some music, and like 15K Coliseum in Lexington, Kentucky. It's gonna be crazy. But to your question, say it again.
Man, why you had to hit me with that, man?
Cause we high, and then you got me to talking, man. Cause I love this game, and I could talk about this shit for, forever. What's something to do with the podcasting?
Yeah, man. Just like I was just asking like how you learn like the ins and outs of, because it's more than the, you know what I'm saying.
Being,
just
talking to people that's smarter than me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And a lot of Google, a lot of reading.
Do you mess with the boards and the mics and stuff, or do you just get on? You just get to
No,
work?
well now I had to learn that because I thought all I had to do was just sit down and talk.
Mm-hmm.
And as everything, and not as everything, but as most things do, most things fall apart.
Sure.
Then you lose your board operator, you lose this, that, and it's time to do your show, and you're like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now you call around, can you do my boards for me? Yeah, I do it, give me $100. All right, you gonna stay me out, I need you, come on. Then it turns into that type of thing. So I said, I got to learn this, man. And I took the time out, and I was trained, man, when I got to FMP. Right? Blizz sat down with me. He sat down with me and showed me some stuff, but in my mind at that time, I could just put somebody in that spot. Who don't want to be on the show? That's
right.
how I was thinking, but it wasn't that easy.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got offered to do radio every day, 4 hours a day, and I transitioned to FMP, they actually sat down with me the whole week and showed me everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I sat down and trained. I put in the work for that.
Okay. I think this will be my last question. We'll get in the booth. So, like, one thing I noticed, man, like, I transitioned, you know what I'm saying, and, you know what I'm saying, coming from the streets and coming from to, like, this industry, you know what I'm saying, like, in the streets, you got, like, you know what I'm saying, different blocks, you know what I'm saying, cliques, crews, you know what I'm saying, and when I came here, I wasn't expecting it, you know what I'm saying, you still found, like, different cliques and crews, and, you know what I'm saying, this promoter don't fuck with that promoter, you know what I'm saying, this shit like that. Like, how do you deal with that? Is that something you pay attention to, or you
no, man, I got tunnel vision. I do not waste my time worrying about what nobody else is doing. I partner up with people. I do business with people. When I'm not partnering up or doing business with people, we got something going on. You know what I'm saying? because we got a lot of success over here, man. And you know, people will broadcast your failures real quick.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So when you moving and grooving, man, and your shit right, how the motherfucker got time to be like, what the fuck 290 Moe doing? Man, who got the time to do that shit? You know what I'm saying? You gotta focus on your brand. You gotta constantly stay creative, come up with ideas. You know, I'm talking to a lot of A&Rs at these labels. I'm trying to see, you know, which features I can buy and stuff like that, and how I can bring opportunities that other people are not bringing for these artists that feel that they can level up and they want to take these opportunities. You know what I'm saying? That's where I be. I pay a lot of, man, I send a lot of cash apps out, bro. I be zooming with like some very influential people, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's sharpening me up, telling me what to invest in, the new technologies. You know, what managers are doing to other artists now, what graphic design things, you know, all type of stuff, man. You know, I'm paying some influential people, man, to give me game on a lot of stuff, multiple.
Man, for sure, man.
Like, for real.
Appreciate you coming through, man. I feel like it's a lot left on the table, man. I feel like
yeah.
you need a book, man. You need a book or a documentary.
Yeah, me and Billy Ray gonna get to that, man. We're gonna get to that.
So real quick, man, just talk about what y'all got going on right now, what's coming up, you know what I'm saying, what y'all want the people to know.
Okay, man, for sure. Let me see. Coming up with April 22nd, we got Liquor and Lingerie, all-female showcase at Legacy, 127th and Ashland. I think that's from 9 to 1:30. The female artist that makes the most impact will get a feature from Bryson Tiller, and there's also a Kush Girl casting that day too. You might need to be in the building with your camera.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
hosted
that
by
up,
Miss Mina
man.
Brown Diva, Kush Girl Entertainment. Ace the Don, man, Jewel Santana, Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? May 27th at the Piazza in Aurora. Then before that, we got Soulja Boy, May 26th, and Joliet at the Forge.
I don't see if you an artist listening watching this.
And in July, the Fleet DJ Music Conference, man. Look, all the big time music execs and all the top flight DJs from all around the world gonna be in one building, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a DJ
I'm rapping
battle.
in that motherfucker. No, it's a sound stage. Just you rapping in front of music execs and DJs. You know, to get your music broke.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's going down in Raleigh, North Carolina, July 20th to the 24th. It's a whole music conference, and the soundstage, I'm performing on that soundstage, man. You know what I'm saying? So
it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't see how artists cannot. You know what I'm saying? One thing I can say about
people still talking about what's real and what's fake. I say, look around you. Look around you.
Yeah, that's what
ain't none of this fake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This. Ain't none of this fake. Look around. That's what I tell people. You keep asking what's real and what's fake. Look around. Look at your surroundings. What do you mean?
Yeah, man, for sure,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
I definitely appreciate you coming through, man.
No, I appreciate this love, though, bro. I was not expecting this,
yeah,
man.
For sure, man. I was glad I was able to make that impression on you, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You made a dope-ass impression, man. I salute you and everything you got going on, man.
Yeah, for sure. Both ways, man.
Dope.
For sure. I see Loud Money everywhere.
Oh,
and
man.
be with big names, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Hey, this dope, man. Real talk.
All right, man. Just make sure y'all check out that In the Booth, man.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah.